neurology, nutrition, surgery, and rehabilitation. GCVS provides quality and compassionate care for your pet. Go to gcvs.com or call 713-693-1111.
If you're looking to buy a house but your credit is holding you back, you need to call CRE Credit Services today. CRE has developed a prosperity process to fix your credit designed by one of its owners, who is a former member of Experian's Legal and Compliance Department. CRE Credit Services has the highest proven results in the country in fixing credit and getting consumers qualified for a mortgage. Call CRE Credit Services for a free consultation today. 888-799-7267. That's 888-799-7267.
Companies have all kinds of ways to reward their customers. Points, card punches, free hotel nights. But isn't the best reward saving money from the start? Good thing Allstate makes it so easy. Just bundle coverage for your car, home, motorcycle, or more with an Allstate agent, and you can save up to 30%. So get the protection you need and the reward of savings you deserve.
Call Houston Allstate agent Karen Stevenson today. 281-444-8170. That's 281-444-8170. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings may vary. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, and Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company.
News 92 FM. Weekend traffic.
This traffic update brought to you by Harris Health System. Experience better health. Highway 146 northbound Texas Avenue to Garth Road, all lanes are blocked with construction. And I-45 Gulf Freeway outbound between Alameda, Genoa, and Bay Area Boulevard, stop and go with an 18-minute delay. With doctors from Baylor College of Medicine and UT Health, Harris Health System has opened 2 new same-day clinic locations for treating your family's minor illnesses. To find a same-day clinic near you, visit harrishealth.org. Gary Rice, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
Well, we're really starting to crank up the numbers for the afternoon. That sunshine is really making a difference today. So are the southerly winds. It's starting to feel more like summertime. Southerly winds are breezy at times, 15, gusting to 20 along the coastline. Small craft caution down on the bay and offshore. We'll see numbers back up into the mid to upper 80s beginning on Tuesday and Wednesday. It starts to feel a lot like summertime here around Houston without much rainfall. Weather updated around the clock on News 92 FM. I'm KHOU 11 News meteorologist Mario Gomez.
News 92 FM.
From ABC News, I'm Daria Albinger. A Democratic mayor from Texas seen as a rising star in his party is President Obama's pick for a cabinet job. ABC News has learned San Antonio's Julian Castro would succeed Sean Donovan at HUD. Donovan would move on to the White House Budget Office. Some are already talking about what Castro's next job could be.
There's no question that San Antonio Mayor Julian Castro is a rising figure in the Democratic Party. We saw that during the party's presidential convention in 2012, and we've certainly seen it since. Of this new generation, of course, he's Hispanic, has a great life story. So now by being tapped to join President Obama's cabinet, it really elevates him even further.
ABC News senior Washington correspondent Jeff Zeleny. Colorado, now the first state in the nation with a right-to-try law. It allows terminally ill patients to use experimental medications even years before they're available. Lucy Caldwell with the Goldwater Institute, which supports right-to-try.
There are a lot of great drugs in clinical trials and in FDA approval phases right now that they're going to die knowing might save them, but they never got the right to try to use them.
Critics say the law will not improve access to the drugs. The State Department's cutting staff at the U.S. Embassy in Kenya over escalating violence.
The U.S. ambassador to Kenya on Friday requested security upgrades at the American Embassy in Nairobi, and the U.S. has continued to receive information on new terrorist threats targeting both Kenyans and foreigners. No groups have claimed responsibility for those attacks, but the al-Qaeda-affiliated group Al-Shabaab has been very active in the region, sending gunmen to a Nairobi mall last year, killing over 70. The State Department says the embassy will remain open, but with fewer workers. Chris Good, ABC News, the White House.
The U.S., Europe, and Africa vowing to work together to bring down Boko Haram, the Islamic militant group which is holding more than 200 Nigerian girls hostage. You're listening to ABC News.
Staples has great deals on everything for your office break room, from coffees and teas.
Hey, boss, can I get some coffee?
No. To sports drinks and sodas.
Hey, boss, can I?
No. To chips and candy.
What if I?
No.
How about?
Staples has everything you need for your office break room.
But I'm gonna.
No. Except the break. Thousands of products added online every day. even resume software. Now get a 20% off coupon for your K-Cup purchase. Staples, make more happen.
Coupon valid 5/11 to 5/17/14 in store, online, or by phone. Limit 1 coupon per customer while supplies last.
From helping florists manage their first payroll, to checking sales projections for logistics companies, to showing garages how much they've been paid, to pursuing leads for multinationals, Sage Software helps businesses manage. Whether it's accounting, payroll, payments, ERP, or CRM, Sage gives you the control to look forward with confidence. Visit sageconfidence.com.
California Chrome is the favorite going into this evening's Preakness. The Kentucky Derby winner is among 10 horses that will go to post in a little over 3 hours from now. Affirmed was the last Triple Crown winner. That was back in 1978. This is the 100th anniversary of Chicago's Wrigley Field, and there are plenty of celebrations. But ABC's John Clossy tells us the iconic ballpark is also being remembered for the wrong reasons.
Some would say typical Cubs. There are mistakes and oversights on the outside of the stadium walls, like the 1927 photo of famous pilot Charles Lindbergh's return to Chicago after his historic flight. Problem? That picture's at Comiskey Park, home of the White Sox. This Cub fan is not shocked.
It does kind of sum up a lot of things that have gone wrong around here, you know, good intentions, but things go wrong.
And there's the image of children watching the 1932 World Series from a tree. Waiting for Cubs blogger Floyd Sullivan says, no way.
They built temporary bleachers for that World Series all along Sheffield Avenue, almost.
About 30 seconds.
Over this past 100 years. John Clossy, ABC News.
A planned documentary by the Oprah Winfrey Network on Michael Sam, the NFL's first openly gay player, is being postponed. The president of the network says by doing so, that's going to allow Sam the best possible opportunity to achieve his dream of making the team. This is ABC News.
The following is a paid program. The views and opinions expressed are those of the sponsor and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of this station or its management.
Remember, you can watch and listen to our show at www.eehour.com. Call 713-622-6397. Again, that's 713-622-6397 to join in. Back to our program.
All right, welcome to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with yours truly, Jonyprofit and Daniel Cohen from Redshift Writers is over here making it happen. So you can go to EEHOUR.com and actually watch the show. Big congratulations to all of you around the United States of these Americas that graduated from grade school, pre-K, college, wherever. If you're out there eating dinner with the family because you managed to walk across that stage because you were able to impress your teacher enough to make it happen, congratulations. So if you're watching, you'll see that I actually have my regalia on as well. So if you go to EEHOUR.com, you can actually see the show. I have mine on. This morning, it was a bittersweet, bitter moment in which I actually received an Associate's in Arts, Liberal Arts, something like that, from Houston Community College. And it was one of those things where to sit in the crowd and watch these youngsters accept the awards and the excitement and just the sheer anything is possible, it gave me the topic for today, which basically has to do with, as an executive entrepreneur, as a business owner, as a person that manages assets and cash flow and all those, it's the mindset over the mechanics. And so when I think about all the students, so we had thousands, lots of students, graduating from college. And we know, because we only need to look around, that only a handful will reach their absolute max potential. And so I started thinking about it. What's going to hold them back? And as business owners, what's going to hold you back? And so that's what we're going to talk about today. Today, I really want to get into the mindset. I really want to go back and say thank you to Carrie Ann and Laura over at the Microsoft store who made it possible for us to come out there and pack the place and have a good time over at the Microsoft Center. I think that video is still online at eehour.com. We got the whole thing on there. You don't even have to give me your email address to watch it at this point because Daniel's like, we must monetize and capitalize on that. I'm like, you're right, my friend. But anyway, you can go check out the video. We had a good time. We had a full house. It was fun. We talked about, again, the mindset over the mechanics. I know so many individuals that are very, very good at getting to the next level when it comes to you were told to study, you were told to get a certification, you were told to sell, you were told to do things. but they still end up stalling out. And many business owners I've worked with in the past tend to stall out. And so, again, one of the biggest factors in every single situation I've come across in business when it comes to success had to do with the team you keep around you. I'm always quite, I'll even go as far as to say jealous at times when I meet the ultimate team. And you got 2 or 3 people that not only work together, but they work together well. And there's some secrets, there's some tips, there's some tricks that you can do to learn how to work better with the folks around you. So let's go out and check on traffic and weather. When we come back, we're going to say congratulations one more time. We're going to talk about how we can start working with some folks that really want to work with us.
News 92 FM, weekend traffic.
Good afternoon. Watching the construction of Baytown Highway 146 northbound Texas Avenue to Garth Road. Construction has all lanes closed till 5 a.m. Monday. In Hockley, 290 Northwest Freeway inbound between Katy Hockley Roberts Road and Mason Road. Freeway shut down with construction till 6 a.m. Monday. And on the southeast side, I-45 Gulf Freeway outbound between Alameda, Genoa, and Bay Area Boulevard. You got stop and go traffic causing an 18-minute delay. Gary Rice, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
Starting to feel warm and toasty outside. Good day, everybody. Looks like the afternoon is back to summer levels. Our average high typically in May is 86. We're going to be pretty close to that today and tomorrow. You're going to notice a humidity, that's for sure, but just not enough unstable air to generate any showers. Moisture's in the air, but we have high pressure overhead right through the end of the weekend. That means numbers will stay warm right through the middle part of the week as the readings will hit the mid to upper 80s beginning around Wednesday as well. Weather updated around the clock on News 92 FM. I'm KHU 11 News meteorologist Mario Gomez.
Just about everything your business does.
Only a 60-second spot here.
Payroll, file sharing, mobile devices, security backup, video conferencing, phone.
But if your internet connection is dependent on slow DSL from the phone company, your business could be slow.
That's why Comcast Business has high-speed internet. It's built for business. It's built to run up to 5 times faster than DSL. It's built to grow as your business grows. It's built to give you local, dedicated support, 24/7, 365.
Why use slow technology to run a fast-paced business?
Business-grade internet from Comcast Business. Built for business. Buy internet, get voice and TV for just $34.90 more per month. Visit ComcastBusiness.com or call 800-501-6000.
Offer instructed.
15 seconds.
Comparison between Comcast 100 megabits per second service and 20 megabits per second DSL downloads only. Limited one voice line and private view TV for new business customers. 2-year contract required. Requires subscription to Comcast Business Internet and additional monthly charge. Equipment, taxes, fees, including broadcast TV fee extra, subject to change.
Welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit. Remember, you can watch and listen to our show at www.eehour.com. Call 713-622-6397. Again, that's 713-622-6397 to join in. Now back to our program.
All right, welcome back. Phone lines are open 713-622-6397. You want to get in on the action here. So big topic today has to do with what's holding your business back. And I'm willing to bet that it's not great ideas. It's not access to capital. It's not even customers. It's the fact that if you look around you, the company you keep is somehow not supporting your progress. I will bet it all on that because at the end of the day, we all have 24 hours to do what we need to do. And for the most part, if you're in the United States of America, and you can listen to this broadcast, and you have electricity and running water and public libraries and all that other stuff, and you can get government subsidized, whatever, you have the ability to do social economic movement, up or down. So the only thing that could possibly be holding you back, especially since you can go online to Google, YouTube, and basically discover any amount of information you could possibly imagine or look out into the world and see and find out more about, that the only thing holding you back right now are the people you keep around you. Friend, family, or foe, it doesn't matter. I've seen way too many stories. I've seen way too many situations where very, very good people, big hearts, tons of energy, lots of focus, have literally been sucked under the waves of those that have no other intention other than just getting by on those that are around them. And it kills me every single time. So I watch a successful business person come to me, and I say, what's going on? What's going on? Well, one of my managers aren't performing. So why do you keep them around? Well, John, it kind of goes back to what you said. It's either guilt or ego. And usually what will happen is you'll run across a person who has a lot of energy. These folks master this. And for the rest of the show, we're going to call them the leech. And you got to check around and make sure that you don't have any on the bottom of your boat when you're floating around, because the leech will bury your business. And you don't, if they're in the car with you right now or sitting next to you, whatever, you don't have to mention it. You don't have to say anything. But you better know they're there, because they will make or break you. On the flip side of it, you got folks that are driven, that are determined, and that have just as much energy as you do, and you need to bring them in closer. But a lot of times we're too busy. I could tell you in the studio, it's so fun working with Daniel because the guy stays going. He keeps going. Like if you go EEHOUR right now, check it out. You can see Daniel there click-clacking away. You can see the big News 92 logo behind him. He's doing it big. We got the atmosphere. We got the red light on today. We got the mood light, so we could talk serious today. But seriously, if you're driving around and you're really trying to figure out why isn't my business working, John, and I've been to all kinds of professionals and all kinds of folks, ask yourself, if you were training for a sport, what's your trainer? What's your coach like? Who's the person that pushes you? And worse yet, if you're the driving force, and as we say, if you're the smartest one in the room, you need to change rooms. And so think to yourself today, okay, John, here's the situation. My business is struggling. I'm going to every workshop I can find. I've taken every class. I've got every degree I could possibly get, but why am I failing? I say, who's supporting you? Who's making it possible for you to stay out late and do meetings? Who's making it possible for you to show up to look your best? Who's making it possible for your PowerPoints to be on point? Who's watching the store when you're sick? Who do you have around you? Ask yourself that seriously. I'm tired of people using excuses of why their business don't work and why it ain't building and all this because so-and-so did something to them. Ask yourself, who's around you? And so with that said, there was a list of things I was thinking while I was sitting there listening to the commencement speech. I said, well, if I were to give a commencement speech today to these students, what would I say to them? It goes something like this, because I say it every week. I said it to my kids that were at the A-Leaf Taylor program at Houston Community College that we graduated 13 of them, and they're still out there doing business. I said to them, look, at the end of the day, you're accountable for you and only you. Poor little Jay-Z got beat down in the elevator by his sister-in-law, but he didn't make a big ruckus about it. He had the song out 99 Problems, but this certain female, whatever, isn't one of them. And he showed it during the video. He didn't make it one of them. And so many of you running around, you like take pleasure in the fact that people beat you down, that things are tough, that you got it bad. And we can't use that as an excuse. You can't use that as an excuse. If you want to be part of the Executive Entrepreneur Hour, we don't take excuses. Because I'm telling you, from a farming community, when it's time to build, when it's time to do, we build. There's no excuses. And all I get from a lot of business owners is excuses. So let's run down a few of the things that I would say if I were to give the commencement speech today, which they'll never do. They're not crazy. Okay, so the first one has to do with understanding the giver. Many of you are givers, but you're outnumbered by takers, the leech. And so what I'd say to those students is what I said to my youngins just 2 weeks ago. From this moment on, you make sure that every person you deal with has your best interest at heart. And it's hard to do it first because I'm going to tell you, these folks will come at you, whether they're your lawyer, your PR person, your accountant, your whatever they are, and they're going to make you feel as good as can be because the job of a leech is to make you feel good first and then make you feel guilty for wanting to get rid of them. That's the flow. That's the pattern. So many of you, we sit in these personality meetings and I see it all the time. Here's what happens. They start running down a list and they get to this one type of personality that's just overbearing, can't stand them. And what do you say? Oh, I wish I could get rid of them. That's a C player. I wish I had more A players. We say, well, why don't you get rid of them? Well, I can't. It's my sister. Well, I can't. It's my husband. Well, I can't because they've been with me for a long time and they got kids, John. I can't just put them out in the cold. And so you will literally bury the entire company, bury everything you believe in to keep this one person afloat. And I can tell you firsthand, if you're out there and you're listening and you have loved ones that put in a whole lot of work for you and you make them suffer because you will not get rid of those few folks in your organization or in your networking group or in your circle that allows you to be the excuse maker, that allows you not to be the one pushing to the next level, you're not just harming yourself. You're harming all those folks that are sacrificing while you, quote, make that money that never comes, look for that customer that never comes, go buy one more, spend money on office one more time and never works out. So you got to be mindful of this stuff. I can't stress it enough. It's mindset, the mindset of a champion, the mindset of a winner over the mechanics of all the folks around you, of all the institutions and what you're taught. And so, I can't stress enough, because at the end of the day, you only have you. And I said this before. Your business is not failing because you don't have enough cash. Your business is not failing because you don't have enough information. Your business is not failing, oh, John, we're just not getting enough traffic. Who's around you? When folks come to America, I'm forever amazed at the simple fact that once you become Americanized and you start getting that consumer thing behind you, you start buying and playing and buying and playing, you do less investing, because we talk about it. Executive entrepreneurs aren't consumers. We're investors first when it comes to running our business. When you get out there and you start teaming up with folks that believe they want to invest in you and they want to help you invest in yourself, things are going to move up. So I'm going to stop preaching. We're going to go out here. We're going to look at traffic and weather, and we'll come back. We're going to talk more. Phone lines are open, 713-622-6397.
News 92 FM. Weekend traffic.
Watch for problem spots concerning construction in Baytown, Highway 146 northbound at Texas Avenue to Garth Road. That freeway is shut down until 5 a.m. Monday morning. 290 Northwest Freeway in Hockley, inbound between Katy, Hockley, Roberts Road, and Mason Road. Freeway is also shut down with construction. They'll pick that up 6 a.m. Monday morning. And 290 Northwest Freeway outbound from Mason Road to Bauer. Road closed till 8 o'clock tonight. Gary Rice, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
Well, we're really starting to crank up the numbers for the afternoon. That sunshine is really making a difference today. So are the southerly winds. It's starting to feel more like summertime. Southerly winds are breezy at times, 15, gusting to 20 along the coastline. Small craft caution down on the bay and offshore. We'll see numbers back up into the mid to upper 80s beginning on Tuesday and Wednesday. It starts to feel a lot like summertime here around Houston without much rainfall. Weather updated around the clock on News 92 FM. I'm KHOU 11 News meteorologist Mario Gomez.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a select quote agent with a true story that could save
just a 60-second spot here.
Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I impartially shopped the highly rated term life insurance companies we represent and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his cholesterol, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $23 a month. That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 1-800-900-6317. That's 1-800-900-6317. 1-800-900-6317.
15 seconds.
Or go to SelectQuote.com. We shop, you save. Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your premium could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit. Remember, you can watch and listen to our show at www.eehour.com. Call 713-622-6397. Again, that's 713-622-6397 to join in. Now back to our program.
All right, so welcome back. So, John, what do I do? I hear you ranting, going on, blah, 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 and you're so negative. I'm not negative. Here's what happens, okay? There's enough positive people out there to tell you that the world floats around in a big, pretty cloud and it, smells like pretty roses. But when for some reason you get with me, I don't hear any of those stories anymore. I only hear those stories when we're out in public, like, oh, yeah, everything's great. I've just got labeled top 60 over 70. And John, I'm about to lose my business. What's going on? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What should I do? Like, you can pay me and we can get started. Oh, I don't have any money anymore. Okay, so anyway. So what do you do? Here's what you do, okay? Here's what I did. I purged. I don't know if that came across. I purged. It's a hard thing to do. But at this very moment, as you're driving down the street, I am a true believer in when you're a doer and you're able and you do and you're able and you do, you usually don't have any problems. If your health is good and no one's chasing you down about money, but you stay stressed out, you stay up all night, you're flipping, flopping, turning, and chances are you need to purge. You can woosah, you can whatever, but that's just a Band-Aid on the problem. And so I'd say to you, here's my first, since last year, I have managed to cut inventory and personnel by almost 80%. Because one thing I used to say a lot, and you think about this message goes out to the doers today. If you're not a doer, there's I love you and bless you. But if you're a doer, I could honestly sit here and say, I don't have any problems. It's these folks around me. Most business owners I sit with can say the same thing. I'm like, what's going on? Well, so-and-so did this. So-and-so did that. Well, why is it your responsibility? Because my name's on there, John. My name's on the trucks. My name's on the title. My name's on the business. Like, well, what are we going to do about it? Well, I don't know yet. I don't know because they're a key person or whatever. Got to get rid of them. Got to get rid of them. And don't get mad and come up here and talk about, you made me lose my job. You need it to go anyway. But one of the biggest problems you have as a business owner is you're not, shall we say, strong enough right now to purge your system of people that are toxic? No, yes, maybe. Because that was my problem, out of guilt. Because if you do it, what happens? Well, if you leave me, I'm going to go get your competitor. I'm going to go with your competitor and turn around on them, which they're going to do anyway. Well, if you get rid of me, I'm going to go tell everybody your business. They're already doing that. And so you need to think to yourself, man, if I were all by myself and all I had to do was rely on computers to do the work around my office, computers to call up my customers, computers to do everything, would you really have a problem other than a power outage or an update? And if you can come back and say, yeah, because when we're together at these forums, what do I hear? John, I need to automate because I can't count on people. And then I ask you, is it the people or is it you? Because a lot of times I get in situations because as a doer, it's been told to me many times, and I'll think about it, I enable the lazy. Because doers are going to make it happen regardless. And takers are going to take it. They're going to suck it up. If you come in at 6 o'clock and that person's allowed to come in at 6:25, like, well, boss man's going to come in and take care of it. Manager man's going to come in and take care of it. I'll just keep doing it. If you're going to give me an inch, I'm going to take a mile. I'm going to take a whole tollway. And the next thing you know, you're trying to figure out how to unbury yourself from what you put yourself in the middle of. So I want you to think about it. We got to purge. So rule number one is first do a list. I always do this. All these personality tests have you do it. Write down all the people in your life. Write down every single person that you come in contact with in the last month. If it's 30 days, go get your cell phone log or something, and you write down every single number that's different. Load them up into a computer system, Excel or something, sort through them by however many, put a name to them, and figure out who do you talk to. Now ask yourself, are they helping or are they hurting you personally or in business? Just do this. It's scary. It's scary. Who gobbles up the majority of your time? Especially when it comes to clients. Which clients call, don't pay, constantly complain, spread all kinds of craziness about you, but smile in your face? Because if you're doing things right as a doer, whether you have that client or not, you're going to stay alive. You're going to stay afloat. Things are going to be fine. So first, I want you to do the inventory. Go through your phone log. Write down every person you've called. If you go to all these networking groups, you figure out within this networking group, who do I keep hanging out with? Because who you eat with, sleep with, and play with was going to make or break you, period. And so once you have that list, now it comes back on you. Because here's something I didn't do and I didn't do well for a long time. I did not come up with something for people to do. I just figured if you came to me and said you were an expert, John, I'm in PR, John, I'm in marketing, John, I'm an attorney, John, I'm a CPA, John, I'm the... Okay, well, that means you should actually know something about what you do. I'm excited. Okay, do what you do. Make it happen. Tick tock, nothing happens. What's going on? Well, I just didn't know which way you want to go with, Okay, well, you're the expert. Let's get it going. So weeks go by, months go by, and I realize they're not going to do anything until they're told exactly what needs to be done. So that's when I got big on the whole standard operating procedure, having a task list, going online to Indeed or wherever, and downloading job titles or job descriptions and putting that into your system. As a small business owner, you've got to give people instructions. You cannot take people on face value or on their CV or their resume. You have to give them something to do, because if they're even slightly lazy, if they're even slightly a leech, they're going to eat a hole straight through your business. And so this way, just like with the big companies, which many of you wish to scale up to, those companies hold you accountable. You sign off on a checklist that says, I will do the following for XYZ Fortune 100, 1,000. It doesn't matter. But in a small business environment, it's like, whew, finally found somebody off of Craigslist. I think they can do the job. Like, oh, okay, let's see how that works out. Where's their job description? Well, no, I interviewed them, John. They're really great personality, and I called around a few people. I think they're going to really work out. They said they were in sales. Like, okay, all right, that's okay. And then a month later, we're 3,500 down. Now we're 5,000 down. Now we're 7,500 down. I'm like, where are the sales? Oh, well, they still need time. They're just learning our product now. I know all of you know this because you've been telling me this all week. Yeah, they're learning our product. That's why they haven't. But they got a big deal waiting. They got a big deal waiting. And they sing you this song and dance. So you need to have a task, an assignment for every human in your circle. Period. Period. If you don't, then the fault falls on you as the doer. Period. So if business isn't going well, you tell them what to do. Now I'm going to tell you what to do because that's what I'm going to do. Go out there, check on traffic and weather. Stay tuned. When we come back, we're going to talk some more.
News 92 FM. Weekend traffic.
Got a new accident now. West Park Tollway, westbound on Highway 6 is blocking the left lane. Highway 146 northbound from Texas Avenue to Garth Road in Baytown. All lanes are closed for construction until 5 a.m. Monday. 290 Northwest Freeway inbound between Katy Hockley, Roberts Road, and Mason Road. That's closed due to construction until 6 a.m. Monday. And 290 Northwest Freeway outbound from Mason Road to Bauer Road closed for construction until 8 tonight. Gary Rice, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
Starting to feel warm and toasty outside. Good day, everybody. Looks like the afternoon is back to summer levels. Our average high typically in May is 86. We're going to be pretty close to that today and tomorrow. You're going to notice the humidity, that's for sure, but just not enough unstable air to generate any showers. Moisture's in the air, but we have high pressure overhead right through the end of the weekend. That means numbers will stay warm right through the middle part of the week as the readings will hit the mid to upper 80s beginning around Wednesday as well. Weather updated around the clock on News 92 FM. I'm KHU 11 News meteorologist Mario Gomez.
During a special promotion, Oxyon Texas and Goldman Sachs can help your business with a low 6.75% interest loan. Time is limited, so call Oxyon today for the 6.75% loan. Call 888-215-2373.
One little joint supplement. You know this powerful little pill is great for your joints. It even has powerful benefits to help increase your mobility and flexibility. But the joint supplements of today are sadly incomplete because they don't give you the joint relief you're looking for. Until now. Introducing the complimentary 2-week sample of Instaflex, our most powerful joint formula ever. It's the #1 selling joint supplement at GNC. The only thing our complimentary sample of Instaflex is missing is the price. Because right now, we're offering adults a complimentary 2-week sample as part of a nationwide giveaway. Call and claim your sample today. 1-800-440-1764. Instaflex provides powerful, effective joint relief for your knees, hands, even your hips. Prove it to yourself by calling now for your complimentary sample. Instaflex is available at GNC, Walgreens, and Vitamin Shop, where you can only get your complimentary 2-week sample by calling 1-800-440-1764. Call now for your 2-week Instaflex sample. 1-800-440-1764.
Is your home in need of a fresher look? J.P. Pritchard here from my true friends at Allied Siding and Windows to help you with that, making your home look nicer and investing your money well. New Hardy Plank Siding is a great place to start, ending your painting nightmares for many years to come, and new energy-saving windows will look great and save you big bucks on your electric bill. Call now to schedule a risk-free, no-pressure evaluation to learn more about these investments in your home. Call 713-946-3697 or 713-WINDOWS, or visit AlliedSidingandWindows.com.
The hottest deals of deer season are disappearing soon. Act now to get 0% financing on new John Deere compact tractors, utility tractors, and hay tools. Or choose big cash off. These offers won't last long, so hurry in today. Offer ends July 31st, 2014, subject to approved credit on John Deere financial installment plans. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Find Brookside Equipment's 7 Texas Gulf Coast locations at brooksideusa.com or find us at myjohndeeredealer.com.
Welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit. Remember, you can watch and listen to our show at www.eehour.com. Call 713-622-6397. Again, that's 713-622-6397 to join in. Now back to our program.
All right, welcome back. So, what's holding you back? Anyway, look, today we're focusing on mindset over the mechanics. Meaning, you got to think a certain way just as much as you got to be able to do a certain thing. Because I can't tell you how many physicians with like years of being physicianists that will come to me and say, how do you lose weight? I would have sworn up and down that in some of those classes that talk about like the human body, somebody would have mentioned, and this is how the body loses weight. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being a little too assumptive. I don't know. But like, are you serious? I have met so many bio something slash engineers that are sitting there looking at a flat tire like, so the building is counting on you to stay up. Wow. Okay. But that goes to the fact they mastered the mechanics. And that's why, again, growing up, I used to really enjoy hanging around, the folks that raised me, because we were doers. They were immigrants from the other world, Germany, and they were this and all this other stuff. And we were small town farmer types. And you just do it. You just do it. Well, I don't know how you do it. We're going to keep trying till we figure out. Versus now, big city lifestyle is, I don't know. And so much that I truly believe the reason most people say I don't know is because they know one rule, one absolute rule. The more you know, the more you do, the more people are going to expect from you. And they don't want the burden, especially in corporate. But the more you pretend like you don't know, and of course you're annoying at that point, the less they're going to ask of you. And so you think about your employees and the people you're working with. They always say, I don't know, man. That's a good idea, but man, I just don't know. How would you even? I don't get it. You got to let them go. You got to purge. So when we started out, we were looking at the whole focus thing. And so I said, hey, look, enough of the rant. How do you fix it? How do you make it better? How did I go from, I'm just pulling what little hair I have out to, I'm good. It doesn't matter. You could say whatever you want to me now, and whatever. How do you get to that point? First, you take inventory. Then you do that little purge action. You got to move some folks out. You can do it gently. Be like, it's not you. It's me. I think you could go so much further and farther in life if you just do you, since that's what you're doing anyway, and just enjoy your ride. It's okay to say. If you say it like that without the little funny voice, they'll be like, wow, man, I got him. He didn't even get mad. And then the next big step is you got to go out there and you got to find winners. We talked about this last week. You got to find winners. What are winners? They're usually doers that have a system in place, a goal, and they keep making things happen. Every time you look up, there's another thing happening. Not another award show, okay? That's not winners, okay? That's, hey, we got an opening. You want to come catch an award? Yes, I do. Hey, you've been awarded. And then everybody clap. Thanks for eating the chicken and fish. Go home, okay? No, winners are the folks that make stuff happen magically. You usually don't see them too often because you're probably networking with other folks that are just there to be enjoying what the sun gives to us from billions of miles away. But you need to go out and start teaming up with winners, even if you're a leech. No, I don't want you to go mess with those folks. But listen, if you're a winner, this is how you know you've been struggling. You've tried and you've tried and you've tried and you've studied and you've taken advice and you think you've just about exhausted all the resources, but you still keep coming up short. There's a good possibility you're a winner. A huge possibility you're a winner. But for some reason, you keep taking advice from people that are leeches, that have one goal and one goal only, to climb on top of you to get to the top. And if you think I'm joking, stop and think about it while you're driving. I thought they were supposed to be getting me out there. They said they were going to publish my book, and I don't have this. And they said they were going to write a new song for me, and they said they were going to do all. What's going on? Ask yourself. Because the thing is, a leech, remember we talked about it, you got to purge yourself of these, are very good at making you believe you're number one. As the song says, which I can't sing because then YouTube will block this when it airs later on, so I'll just hum it and hopefully the copyright people won't come for me, but players only love you when they're playing. Think about this. This message is for those that are frustrated. They're going to show up to the government procurement stuff. They're going to show up to the contracting stuff. They're going to show up to the SCORE meetings, the SBA, the SBDC. They're going to show up to all these meetings with a smiley face and a business card, faking it till they're making that everything is okay. Everything's okay, John, yeah? How's business? It's good, it's good, it's good. 2 phone calls later, man, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. And I can understand not wanting to embarrass yourself, or heaven forbid you actually admit, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I do it all the time. Failure is part of success. But you got to go out there and find you some winners. You got to go out there and find some people that are actually making stuff happen, not just talking about making stuff happen. So if you're coming up short in the money area, then maybe you want to go hang around people that actually make money, finance money, procure money, gain money. If you want to get more customers, maybe you need to hang around people that actually have 20, 30, 45, 50, 50,000 people on their feed that can successfully over and over and over again. That's why I like hanging out with Daniel. Hey, Daniel.
Hey, how's it
He's
going?
actually in the studio with me. Thought I was alone. Yeah. He's constantly teaming up with other winners. And that's one of the things I appreciate about him, because he's been here since the inception of the show. 8 months later now, I think we're into this. And the guy keeps bringing winners, and we keep meeting up with more folks. It was actually Daniel that got it kicked off in the Microsoft store. Because I said a long time ago, hey, I'm going to want to team up with Microsoft. I told at least 12 people this. 12 people that are all about event planning and doing it big and got clients and nothing ever happened. So if you're out there, find a winner. Find a winner. I found a winner in Daniel. Yeah, anyway, he's a good guy. Let's go out to weather, traffic and weather, find out what's going on. We'll be right back after these messages.
News 92 FM. Weekend traffic.
One lone accident working on the West Park Tollway, westbound at Highway 6. It blocks the left lane in Baytown, Highway 146 northbound. From Texas Avenue to Garth Road, freeway shut down with construction till 5 a.m. Monday morning. 290 Northwest Freeway inbound from Katy Hockley, Roberts Road, and Mason Road. That's closed as well with construction until 6 a.m. Monday. And 290 Northwest Freeway outbound from Mason Road to Bauer, freeway shut down with construction. You should pick it up at 8 o'clock tonight. Gary Rice, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
Well, we're really starting to crank up the numbers for the afternoon. That sunshine is really making a difference today. So are the southerly winds. It's starting to feel more like summertime. Southerly winds are breezy at times, 15, gusting to 20 along the coastline. Small craft caution down on the bay and offshore. We'll see numbers back up into the mid to upper 80s beginning on Tuesday and Wednesday. It starts to feel a lot like summertime here around Houston without much rainfall. Weather updated around the clock on News 92 FM. I'm KHU 11 News meteorologist Mario Gomez.
I'm supposed to be playing you a commercial for Comcast Business, but this low DSL connection I got from the phone company isn't...
Just 1 minute of spots here.
Loading. Nothing but that little spinning beach ball. This is embarrassing. Let me just tell you about it. Comcast
said it's just one spot.
Built for business. It's built to run up to 5 times faster than DSL. It's built to grow as your business grows. It's built to give you local, dedicated support, 24/7, 365. And Comcast Business is built for reliability, which would come in handy right now. Oh, here we go. Loading. False alarm. You can't run a business today with technology from yesterday. Business-grade internet from Comcast Business. Built for business. Buy internet, get voice and TV for just $34.90 more per month. Visit ComcastBusiness.com or call 800-501-6000.
Offer ends 5/31/14. Restrictions apply. Speed comparison between Comcast 100 megabits per second service and 20 megabits per second DSL downloads only. Limited one voice line and private view TV for new business customers. 2-year contract required subscription to Comcast Business Internet and an additional monthly charge. Equipment taxes, fees, including broadcast TV fee extra, subject to change.
Welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit. Remember, you can watch and listen to our show at www.eehour.com. Call 713-622-6397. Again, that's 713-622-6397 to join in. Now back to our program.
So if you're driving around, you're tuning in, thank you. And also thanks to the Houston Executive Entrepreneur Meetup Group. We had really nice response. We're going to do more with the group. Yeah, because they came out both nights. They came out to the 1 million cups, and they came out to the, I think what the other one was. It was mine, Ideas to Action in Business. Yeah, so it was a fun turnout. Again, you can go watch it. You can check us out right now on EEHOUR.com. You can email us at jw@eehour.com. And believe it or not, Daniel has one on there. He didn't know. It's a surprise. Daniel now officially EEHOUR.com. You can send it to Daniel if you want to just find out more about anything he does, or you can check out Redshift Writers. What's going on with Redshift, man?
So we were talking a little bit before the show, and I think it segues pretty well. It's this last week was Personality Week.
Yeah.
This is when the sales rep, the project manager, and everyone and their mom is checking out the Facebook feed piece by piece to make sure that the right photo's going out and that the message is exactly what it's supposed to be and all this stuff. Which means naturally that they're not managing projects, they're not selling, and London's falling somewhere else, right? So, from my perspective, it was let us do our job.
Yeah.
But what I learned from it is this week we're going to play a little bit of catch up Monday, and then we're going to spend the rest of the week building out the products that we would have been building if we weren't dealing with personalities last week.
It's amazing how much time, and that's why I'm not a big fan of meetings. It's like send it as an email and doing, unless we face to face, and I can't stand meetings, because I'm a doer. And you're right. So how much productivity did you lose because of that? No, don't put them out on blast like that.
No, I'm happy to do that.
Okay, please do that.
Well, we lost all their sales for the week,
Yeah.
since they weren't selling. And I'm completely with you on meetings, and that's one thing that corporate does have a hard time with.
Yeah.
That there's a meeting every 5 minutes, and half the time there's an agenda that doesn't make sense. The other half there's no agenda at all. I'm a big fan of I'll tell the whole world, like, when we meet, we eat, right? And that way, if we're not done, we have dessert. I don't see where the big complexity is. Just let everybody do their job, move forward, especially if you're out there already, you're chasing your tail in an agency life.
Yeah.
Just go get your job done and let everybody else get their job done. Something slips, let's not play the blame game. Let's just move forward. Let's do the doer thing. Let's do the winner thing. I don't know. People can't get it through their heads. So I usually go immediately and just talk to the business owners because they're the ones that go, oh, yeah, they've been giving the other vendors trouble all week.
They won't get rid of them either. They won't purge.
No, it's and I understand in some respects. It's like you said, it's not the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to come down on them like a ton of bricks and say, no, you got to get rid of them that week. But I think you're right. Start making a transition plan, start taking inventory, start figuring it out. I'm always keeping an eye on it.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of these people are too, because truth be told, none of my direct clients were a problem to me at all this week. It was always somebody third party.
Yep.
Somebody causing a problem.
And it's amazing because with the whole basketball championship thing, Sterling, all the stuff going on in the overall, it still comes back to your team, which is why I kept saying your team will make or break you. And so I don't know how much the circus act behind the Clippers really compromised them because, after all, Oklahoma, they, Durant or whatever his name is, the guy can play. But still, that's a distraction. And when you think about your business, especially when you head off to conferences or you go into a major meeting, who's a distraction on your team? And so I just, I can't stress it enough because there's too many wonderful books on management, too many wonderful books on leadership, too many wonderful books that teach the mechanics of how to get along with the person next to you. And I just need more books about purge and give them an agenda, because that is a huge problem. Because again, when I think about what you're saying and you got the busybody, and I'm thinking about the leech, and I'm thinking about that person whose only job is like to suck the energy out of the room and act busy and then fall down tired and then get up busy again and get absolutely nothing done. And everybody in the room knows that's what's going on, but nobody wants to say anything because that's not politically correct. And HR may come down on you. Can't say they're lazy. That's everybody has their own tempo. And we quickly make excuses and we justify, and they count on that as leeches. Like, they won't say anything. Do unto others as you want others to do unto you. And their thing is, I won't pick on you if you won't pick on me. So you do whatever you want as long as you allow me to be the person that robs you of all your energy. And I've seen so many business owners literally lose everything because they didn't have what it takes to say, no more, stop. You're not using me anymore. The guilt, the dagger, whatever is so deep that you just watch this person, you can't do anything for it. And then here they come to you as a business owner, Daniel, I'm on hard times. I need somebody to write up this website. I need this. Look here, buddy, I promise I'm going to make it work. And they will, but the baggage they come with is going to suck whatever you put in, they're going to suck right out of you. And so what you end up doing is you end up losing a lot of people. So I said go pick winners, right? So once you pick winners, then you got to actually put together a playbook. This is a small business 101 tip of the day. Get a playbook. Don't go get me a business plan or a growth plan or I get this plan. I said it in the meeting and I say it now. If you can't write down every step, I can't transfer it from Excel into Project or whatever project software you're using. If I can't move it over, if I can't get job descriptions, we don't have a business. We just have a little party time. You can call it, your hobby, whatever. I don't care if you're at $15 million a year. If you can't walk away from your business, if you can't put people in place and just interchange them like parts, you don't have a business. You don't have a system. What you have, I don't even know. We got to come up with a new name, but we can't call it a business. Because at the end of the day, the only way you're going to get scale is when you scale people when you put people where they need to be doing what you need them to be doing. You can't hire a bunch of experts, which is what many of my clients do, which is why I'm moving out of the below 5 million range. Here's what you do. You get 5 so-called experts. None of them speak the same language. They mess up the whole car or plane or whatever vehicle you're driving business-wise. They've taken all your money, if not close. You haven't grown in that time. And then you turn around and you look for the next best alternative. I'm going to hire a business developer. I'm going to get somebody to write me a business plan. That must have been it. Because I hired all the best people. But what you did was you came in there with no plan. You got the best players, but you didn't tell the players what to do. So once you got your winners and you figure out what their capabilities are, I need you to go out there and put together an actual game plan, a project, just like building a house. Okay, if you're going to get the best builders and carpenters and all those folks, you don't just hire them and come in and, hey, yeah, let's build me 800 square feet. They probably could. But if you're building a 3,000, 4,000, 6,000 square foot house, you better make sure that everybody's on the same page. So let's go outside and check a page of weather and traffic, and we come back and wrap this stuff up.
News 92 FM, weekend traffic.
New accident now on the east side, East Sam Houston Parkway, southbound at I-10 Baytown East Freeway. We have a major accident reporting blocking all the lanes there. Approach that area with caution. We cleared the accident West Park Tollway westbound at Highway 6. In Baytown, Highway 146 northbound from Texas Avenue to Garth Road, freeway shut down here with construction until 5 a.m. And 290 Northwest Freeway inbound from Katy Hockley Roberts Road and Mason Road, that's closed with construction until 6 a.m. Monday morning. Gary Rice, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
Starting to feel warm and toasty outside. Good day, everybody. Looks like the afternoon is back to summer levels. Our average high typically in May is 86. We're going to be pretty close to that today and tomorrow. You're going to notice the humidity, that's for sure, but just not enough unstable air to generate any showers. Moisture's in the air, but we have high pressure overhead right through the end of the weekend. That means numbers will stay warm right through the middle part of the week as the readings will hit the mid to upper 80s beginning around Wednesday as well. Weather updated around the clock on News 92 FM. I'm KHU 11 News meteorologist Mario Gomez.
Traffic is so bad in Houston, you've invented alternate names for your commute.
I call it the Southwest Freeway.
And how is the traffic on the Southwest Freeway?
It's either horrible, horrendous, or impassable. Those are the 3 choices. This morning it was impassable.
You can keep your alternate road names
Southwest Freeway.
Just be sure to check your traffic button for alternate routes. Traffic every 10 minutes on the 8s and when it breaks. Only on News 92 FM.
Hello, everybody. Alan Thicke here. You know, it takes money to run a country. Your money. And that's why if you owe back taxes, the IRS might garnish your wages. They could levy your bank account, come after your home or business. But truth is, they'd rather settle for less.
Coming back in 45 seconds.
Oh, they have this brilliant program to help if you're behind on your taxes. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative. They're offering this to help you solve your tax problem once and for all. You could qualify for a settlement that's substantially less than before these changes. Nobody knows these tax relief programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Their attorneys and agents will work to get you the best possible tax settlement, and they're fully accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Don't wait till it's too late. Call Optima for your free consultation.
Call 800-707-6155. That's 800-707-6155. 800-707-6155. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit. Remember, you can watch and listen to our show at www.eehour.com. Call 713-622-6397. Again, that's 713-622-6397 to join in. Now back to our program.
All right, welcome back. Last 9 minutes. Okay, so check this out. So if you're just joining in, focus on having the right mindset over worrying about all the mechanics and all the moving parts. I want you to be a winner. The next time we have a conversation at one of these meetings, I don't want to hear like, if you got to tell me, fine, but I want to hear more about the success and how things are working out for you instead of hearing about, oh, man, I don't know what to do. I'm like, well, you figured out how to make it this many years. Why don't you know what to do? And I'll tell you why. The last point I will make, and they say it in all these little pep you up things, is you got to expect to win, people. Wow. It's like I shouldn't have to say it, just like I shouldn't have to say, so you got an MD and you really don't know how to lose weight. Are you serious? Okay, so look. You got to come into the game expecting to win. That's the difference between when I put the little picture up on Facebook and it sees me winning in track and winning in football and winning in volleyball and winning in all these different sports. The kids I grew up with, the community I grew up in, we expected to win. People around us expected us to win. When we would fall short, they would come along and they wouldn't say, man, that's too bad. Yeah, that was a tough team. You want some French fries and pizza? You want to go have a beer? You want to go watch a game? You want to go catch some TV? No, they said, get up. What's wrong with you? You're embarrassing us. Get over there and start doing some more work. That's what they would say. And nobody fell to the ground and said, "He's so mean." No. They said, okay. And you got back to it. But now I live in a culture of entrepreneurs that, oh, the bank turned me down. Oh, my Kim, boy, he ran off because they had a baby. I'm thinking, are you serious? We're competing. We're 5% of the globe, people-wise. All the resources of hot and cold running water, electricity 24/7. I need you to think like winners, okay? Stop watching winners on TV. Go get you a DBA, file an LLC, or whatever your expert told you to do, and start producing something, winners. Stop falling victim to the leeches that want to suck you into just talking and running your mouth. Get out of the professional service business and start manufacturing something somebody wants to eat. Watch, build, buy, drive around the world. We're 5% of the world. Yet you act like you got issues. It's hard. I'm tired. That's the difference between winners and the rest of the world. And the world is driven by having winners on their team. So we can carry the weight of a few people that would rather sit there and watch us work than actually do work. And I saw a lot of that over the last couple days. But at the end of the day, we're only as strong, cliche, here we go, as the weakest lazy people in our market. Because if we spend more time worrying about what happened to us back in when, if we spend more time worrying about how we ain't got whatever it is, while you're sitting here with electricity, you're sitting here with your little YouTube channels, your little blog talk shows, and your little all this other stuff, but the only thing you do is create more victims, you're not exercising mindset over mechanics. And you're allowing yourself to be led around, because you better not be this type of business leader and expect to hold a conversation with me. I can tell you that right now. When we talk, you better talk winning. You better talk about empowering people to do things to help you. You better talk about, you know what, I've given you 3 times and it just ain't working out. I'm going to let you go. Let you go. Because at the end of the day, I've said this over and over again. You're going to be a winner or you're going to be a loser. And the day this country, now keep in mind, now they're talking about GDP, the spending, the things we generate. Now we're not number one in a whole lot of categories. Whole lot of categories, the United States are not the number one anymore. So you tell me you're going to spend your day watching horse racing today, or you're going to go out and buy a horse and race it. You're going to sit around watching football, or you're going to go out there and play tackle with your kid and come up with some new sports training program. Or you're going to sit here and watch little boys play basketball all day. You're going to come up with a new hoop to help them shoot better around the world, help them dribble better around the world. America was not born on you sitting around watching. And just because you have that ability now doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. Look here, I'm going to hand the mic over to Daniel because he's over there typing away because I got to take a breath because I got this big old gown on and I'm hot. Because at 40-something years old, I graduated from 13th grade today. And I think the worst part about it is it was sweet that I made it across the finish line, but then I had to ask myself, who did I allow to jam up my life so bad that it took me to 40 years old to get me a doggone degree? Go, Daniel.
How much time we got left?
Hey, you got 4.5, 2.7 minutes. Yeah, 1 minute.
Man, because that's a lot of people I got to list. No, it's I mean, we're at that point where basically and this is the reason that everybody's trying to automate these systems is because of the troubles with sourcing and the trouble with people. I think one thing that's good maybe to touch base on is, last week we gave a call for anybody who's a winner to call in and let us know what they want. So
yep.
If you have the real trophies on the wall, if you have real status degrees, money, key players, top status, go-to market resources, some kind of third-party validation that actually matters, not something that was given to you in a gala that cost $5.95 and has the nice wood on the bottom and baccarat glass on top or whatever it is. To call in, and right now it's getting sparse. It's getting thinner and thinner. But I will say that in Houston there are people out there who have the real third-party validation.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can meet them. And a lot of times when I meet them, they're frustrated.
Yep.
And they're just as frustrated as we are. So slowly but surely, it's taken a few years, but I've met more and more, and that's built up into a real group. And it's not one of these power groups where we get together and we have a big agenda meeting and divide resources. It's more about we get together and we say, all right, what's going on right now? Let's take the temperature, let's calibrate, and let's see what we can do to immediately leverage one another's talents so that we can move into the next rung. And I think when you approach it like that, then you actually are making the most of other people's skills and making the most of the skills of the people who have won something and have some sort of support and have actually made an impact and made some kind of progress. So I'll leave you with that. That's my take on it.
I love this guy. Anyway, that was Daniel Cohen of Red Shift Riders. Go look it up online, check it out, get him to do a whole bunch of cool stuff for you, and come with some money. Anyway, it's been great. It's been fun. It's been real. As we always say, remember, if first you do not succeed, it's because you did it wrong. Go do it right. Check us out next week. Go to EEHOUR.com. We're out.
The preceding was a paid program.
All across America, business owners like champion horse breeder Tom Grossman of Blue Chip Farms are discovering the power of Chase Platinum Business and Merchant Services.
We breed, raise, and sell yearling horses that go on to be champion race horses and Olympic show jumpers. Like a lot of businesses, this business is getting more competitive. And if we're not aggressive and grow, we won't exist. Blue Chip Farms has become much more efficient, and that's really with the help of Chase Platinum. With merchant services, we can manage reoccurring payments extremely efficiently. We even get paid the next day.
With Chase Platinum Business and Merchant Services, you get personalized service, no-fee electronic deposits, and next-day funding on credit card payments. So you can take your business
Great show.
Tom's story and find out how to get your business moving at chase.com/platinumbusiness. Chase, so you can.
Chase Platinum Business is designed for businesses with combined business deposit balances of $100,000 or more. Other fees may apply. Availability of merchant services is contingent upon credit approval. Talk to a bank for details. Testimonial expressed reflects the views of the specific customer. J.P. Morgan Chase Bank and a member of FDIC.
Blindness or physical handicaps can make reading impossible. Now celebrating 80 years, the Library of Congress's Talking Book and Braille program delivers free books to those in need, from children to seniors and veterans. To learn more, call 1-888-NLS-READ.
From ABC News, I'm Daria Albinger. Colorado today became the first state in the nation with a right to try law. It allows terminally ill patients to try medicines that could be years away from approval. Lucy Caldwell with the Goldwater Institute says it's long overdue.
We see news story after news story about patients just begging to get these medicines, and they are never given the opportunity. So I think this will absolutely spread through the country very fast.
But Art Kaplan, a professor of bioethics at New York University's Langone Medical Center, says the law doesn't provide important things like funding or availability.
It simply says, we're going to let you do this, beg, and good luck. And that isn't going to give people access.
Louisiana and Missouri are also considering right-to-try laws. The CDC has confirmed the first person-to-person transmission of Middle Eastern respiratory syndrome here in the